Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing down our tools bar and we're moving to the clone stamp tool, which paints with pixels from another part of the image. So let us commence. Okay, as we said earlier, let's get to it. But first off, let us bring our image closer so that we can see what we are doing as we demonstrate how the clone tool works. Now let's get to it. This is our clone tool, shortcode S. So what we are going to be doing now is we are going to be moving pixels from this part of the image onto this side of the image. So to copy this part, you will hold down the Alt key and left click and release. Then you bring your cursor down to where you want the pixels painted over to. Then you hold down the left key and drag. You can see the plus sign moving. Wherever it touches is what will be painted here. So let's release from here, come down, let's say to this part and click. You can see where the plus sign appears. When we begin to move it, you'll see what happens. So that's how it is until you stop and reselect. It will continue down the same trajectory as it was before. But let's say we leave it here and go and reselect from the top of our head. You will find out that when we start painting now, our nose will be nowhere to be found because we have selected another part of the image. So that is how the clone stamp works. Alright, now let's do a Ctrl Z first. I would like to show you some other things that the clone stamp can do, and we need to head over to the options bar to show you some of these capabilities. So you can see I'm actually coming here, toggle the clone source panel. We're going to click this and you're going to be seeing the clone source here. We have layer 1, clone source not in use, clone source not in use, clone source not in use. So this top part of this clone source, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons here. These are meant to click a part of your image and save. Let me demonstrate. Let's say we come here, we're on the first one here, we come here and we Alt and left click. That is saved to the first one here. Let's come back to the second one here. Let's say we come and Alt click on the groove inner cheeks, sorry. Let's say we come to the third one here and we decided to clone the top part of our right here. And let's say we come to 4 here. We decide to clone part of our teeth. Yeah. Now I will attempt to transplant one of these onto another part of the image. You can see 4 is selected, and as I'm moving it around, I'm sure you can see a fit. So let me hold down left key and paint over. Let's move away from there and come to 2 here, and then as you can see, And let's go back to the first one, and you can see that's our eyes. So that's what these are meant for, and we could access all this by coming up to the options bar. So that is what this does. You can save your selections into any of these tabs, and then you go to them as needed. Okay, so let me show you more of the things we can do with the clone stamp tool from the options bar or clone source panel. And this is this box is in this area. When you place your cursor, it's going to say flip horizontal and flip vertical, and on this part you will see rotate the clone source. So let me demonstrate, but first off, let me go and bring in another image that we can use for this demonstration. That will be more straightforward to demonstrate with, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's open that. All right, so we have this image here in our document tab. All right, so sorry, let me zoom in a bit more so we can see what we're doing. All right, so let's assume that for some reason this model here has issues with one of our eyes, and we are going to be manipulating that ourselves. If you don't mind, let's come to our spot hidden brush tool and attempt to use this to make her lose or to hide one of our eyes. No. Okay, select the eye and move it upwards. I think that comes to okay. Let's release it and deselect. So now we have made our model the one-eyed model. So if you have a situation like this, maybe your client complains of one of our eyes not looking alright and whatever, you can sort of remedy that by copying the eye, the one eye that is good, onto this side that has an issue. And what you are going to do is you are going to come here and click the flip horizontal tab. Then you go to your clone stamp, reduce the brush a bit, and select the edge of the eye that you're going to be using as your source. Then move it to this other side, then paint over. And as you can see, we have attempted to recover that eye. So that is how it is done. Now, the reason why I said this is straightforward is because the model's head is actually level. So when you copy from this side, it moves directly on the same level to this side. Now let's go back to our first model here, and you will see that this one is actually going to take more perseverance for us to get our desired effects. Now let's say, like we did before in that region, we come back here and we try and make our model, okay, yeah, we try and do that to our model, which isn't nice, but for the sake of this demonstration, let's just do that. And now let us attempt to replace this eye by cloning this part and transplanting it here. So we'll come here, okay, it's already clicked. Then we bring our clone stamp and copy this part of the eye. Just copy. So when we attempt to move it here, let me increase my brush so that you see what I'm talking about. You can see the eye's orientation. It does not look anything like what we would like to be putting on this other side, and the reason is because if we zoom out, you will see that my model's head is tilted to one side. So naturally, when you want to clone stamp, the eye is going to be tilting towards the other side, and that's what you can see that we are getting here. Now, to remedy this situation here, we're going to be going up here. We will click flip horizontal first, because we are going to be cloning this part horizontally onto this part. But because the orientation is different from what we have here, we will come down to the rotate clone source and click, then bring it back here. Then we hold down the Alt and the Shift key, and then hold down the greater than sign or the less than sign to now begin to rotate the eye so that it can give you what you want. All right, slowly but surely, we have arrived at what we want. So I'll be holding down the left key and painting over. Wow. So that is it, my people. If ever you're in a situation where you need to repaint an eye, just go this route and then fine tune to make sure that the skin tones are merging or blending with skin tone on the side where you need to translocate the eyes to. Thanks for watching. Let's go on to the next. Okay, let's do a Control C. Let's correct all the mistakes that we have done to our model here. Alright, let's start afresh. So let's come back here, go on to the next tool here, which is the pattern stamp tool. As you can see, our options bar has changed. So like it has already said, it is a pattern stamp. Let's increase our brush size. We don't need to find any source here, just hold our key down and drag, and we have a pattern here. And when we look over to our options bar, you will see where our clone source is, which is the grass, autumn, and whatever. This is where the whatever is the patterns. This is where they are. So we have a lot of patterns here. On that tree we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have grass, 3 samples, water, and so on and so forth. So let's click this one and come back here. As you can see, just hold down the left key and drag, and there you have it. That is what the pattern tool does. In case you need to change the background of your picture, and you would prefer to use any of these patterns, you're welcome. Photoshop has already pre-installed them for you. So that is it, folks, for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this presentation, click the subscribe button below and follow for more. Thank you.